Yo, um, yeah, um, that was a rough game to watch. That was a rough game to watch. I mean, we let Kawhi go for 35 plus. Yeah, 7, 8 missed free throws. Jokic had 7 turnovers himself. Um, just dumb plays after dumb plays after dumb plays. I've seen. I mean, Jokic. I don't even know. I mean, was he smoking something tonight? I don't understand half of them turnovers. I mean, he's throwing alley oops and throwing the ball all over the place. I mean, that was atrocious. I mean, that third quarter, just all the fouls. I don't even know I don't even know what to think right now. That game should have easily been won by us. Kawhi went and did his thing. I'll give him credit. Kawhi definitely took over the game. He scored all the points for the damn Clippers, and the final score 105-102. Man, look. This much I can say. We played one of the worst games I've seen us play in a while, especially in the playoffs. And we lost by 3 points. I mean, the completely senseless turnovers half the time. I mean, it was just the turnovers and the free throws. Turnovers, free throws. Shots are shots. I mean, the end of the last shot we got. I mean, unfortunately, two air balls. Just uncharacteristic turnovers. Like the turnovers that we was making, they don't. I don't usually be seeing us making those kind of turnovers. I really don't. I mean, and then that combined with Kawhi having his one of his best games ever in the playoffs. I mean, 15 for 19. That was crazy, y'all. I don't even know. I can't even like. Yeah, it's late too, y'all. Ugh. Oh. 4-5 matchup though. I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna be optimistic. You know, this series wasn't gonna be easy, but dang, that game was just in the palm of our hands. It was right here. And now we lost home court advantage. I think that Jokic needs a little more rest. He needs a little more rest. He was gassed at the end of the game, and I think that that had some maybe had something to do with turnovers. It was just so many. I mean, the turnovers was 11 to 20. 11 to 20. You can't that's not going to win the game. I'm looking at all the 3-point percentage. We had a better 3-point percentage. Free throw percentage. They were 10 for 12. We were 14 for 22. I mean, 63% from the free throw line. What is that? Offensive rebounds killed them. Defensive rebounds killed them. We was out rebounding them like crazy. They can't hang with us on the boards. Assists basically the same. Steals, they had 5 more, concluding to our turnovers. Blocks, they had 4 more blocks, 5 to 1. Already went the turnovers. Fast break points, not too much difference. Points in the paint, they beat us in points in the paint somehow. And fouls, they had more fouls than us. Like what? These box score don't even make sense. The field goal percentage was basically the same. 48% to 46%. 48.2% to 46.8%. Round down 48 to 47. I y'all, the Nuggets are a championship caliber team, but we cannot be just giving the game away. We gave that game away. Gave it away and didn't even play that good. Like, oh my God. It's just these little tiny mistakes came back to haunt us. Michael Porter Jr., he played great for the most part. Bounced back. Christian Christian played uncharacteristically. I ain't gonna say bad, but just not very well tonight. I mean, just the fouls he was having, he got in foul trouble that screwed up the rotation a little bit, and it was just we were just all over the place. Like we were just all over the place. No rhythm, no flow, no timing. I mean, Murray had a great game. Jokic, I think he had a triple double. Who cares? He had 7 turnovers. That's totally insane. I mean, cut half of those out and we're good. And yeah, I mean, it was just kind of just a weird game. Like, there's not really too much to follow with that. I think that look, the Nuggets. We beat ourselves. We beat ourselves. The Clippers did not beat the Nuggets tonight. The Nuggets beat the Nuggets tonight. And I guess Kawhi Leonard did his thing. I'll give it to Kawhi Leonard. But other than that, they shut everybody else down pretty well for the most part. Harden wasn't really able to get his game going to the T. Um, Powell hit that three at the end, which was cool. But other than that, we were shutting them down. Everybody, Chris Dunn was, shutting down. Like we was keeping everybody in check, but ourselves. But ourselves. So now we got to make the trip to LA and get a game. Hopefully 2 games. I just these turnovers. I'm not gonna say this isn't something that wouldn't have happened under Malone. I think it would have, but I think what it looks like, this is just my perspective. It looks like the Nuggets might be a little more loosey goosey without Malone there. And what I mean by I say loosey goosey is I mean that they are playing less less stringent, less protective of the ball, less structure. They're a little more free. It's feel like we're playing pickup basketball. I feel like we just going out there and just the players are running the plays and the coach is just out there giving moral support and clapping. Like I don't feel like they listening to Adelman. I don't feel like they respect him as a coach yet. I don't. I feel like the players are running the team, which is fine to an extent, but when it gets down to the X's and O's at the end of the game and then the execution, it looks sloppy as hell. I'm not gonna lie, it looks sloppy. We could have easily got a better shot than that. I mean, it was a clear look. Christian was wide open for the shot, so I mean, I don't know. I won't say that's not his shot because he can make that, but he just missed. And then Jokic was gassed at the end of the game, and he just threw it up and he missed. I mean, and the thing is about Jokic too, he's not throwing the ball to his teammates. It's very interesting. This is something strange that I really haven't seen him do before. They're wide open. I remember Michael Porter Jr. He threw it to Porter Jr. and he made a 3-pointer, but he took him like 2 seconds to throw in the ball. This was in the fourth quarter, if you remember it. And it's like he's not trusting his teammates. That's what it feels like. I understand this is the MVP and all, but you gotta trust your teammates, Joker. You got to. I mean, even the last shot of the game, Aaron Gordon was wide open in the corner. I know he didn't have maybe the sense of clock. He didn't think he had much time. But a fadeaway when you have 2 teammates right next to you. So look, in conclusion, terrible game. Terrible, 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 terrible game. Sloppiness, 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 sloppiness. I mean, picking up. Just trash on the subway in New York City. That's what it looked like. Just with the handling the ball. Cut the turnovers in half. Make at least 75% of your free throws and you're good. You're golden, pony boy. So it was very disheartening to see this loss tonight. Very disheartening. But it's a series now. 1-1. Hopefully we can take care of this, win it in 5, 6 games. I counted us in 6 games. I put the series to go 6 or 7 games. So this isn't a loss. Isn't shocking. It's just the way that it happened to where, you know, I'd rather us get blown out and lost than a close game loss where we should have won the game, or at least a loss where we aren't beating them or tied in every category for the most part. it's just like that's when it comes down to execution. I do think the Clippers have a better coach than the Nuggets. I wish the Nuggets had Ty Lue as a coach. But hey, we got Adelman. That's the cards we got, and we got to deal with it. So next game, y'all, is what, Thursday most likely. I will actually not be covering the post game of Thursday because I will be at the NFL draft. Now, if it's Wednesday, actually, let me check. When is this next game? Because I need to know now. Because if it's Thursday, I will not be covering it because I will be at the NFL. Yeah, it is Thursday. So, yeah, I won't be covering the post game Thursday. I'll be at the NFL draft. But I will be covering game 4. So prayers up for game 3. If I give time to, which I highly doubt, I will try and hop on live on my phone post game 3. Hopefully it's in better spirits than this. But yeah, Nuggets, we gotta fix some things up, tighten the ship because it's looking like the ship is missing some bolts and screws, and it's about to sink. This is not a good sign. It's just small little things foreshadowing. I could picture the Nuggets, getting thrown out in the first round of the playoffs because of these turnovers and missed free throws and just small discipline things. Just small discipline things. No player's bigger than the team, even Jokic, man. So with that being said, y'all, we got to get game 3. Game 3 is a must win. It's a must win. We out here, y'all. I'm going to bed.